Okay, good day everyone. So for today's video, I am going to discuss chapter 6, intelligence cycle and process. So intelligence cycle means it is the continuous process which ultimately coordinate and integrates all efforts of the collecting agencies or the units. So in this cycle, we will be going to discuss four cycles. Okay, so number one, the first cycle of intelligence is planning. Okay, planning and directing effort. So in this phase, the Intel staff officer or unit commander determines the required or important information relevant to the mission. Then, these requirements will be distributed to the different collecting agencies by direction or by request. So, it involves task organizing assets, identifying personnel, logistics, and communications requirements. We have identifying, prioritizing, and validating intelligence requirements, developing a collection plan and synchronization matrix, collection and production, and monitoring the availability of collection information. So, take note that planning is the most crucial among the four intelligence cycle. So, planning is important because it determines the following. Okay? Number one, we have the intelligence requirement. Okay? So, ano nga ba ang intelligence requirement? So, ito yung mga kailangan during the planning. Okay? Pwedeng manpower, pwedeng mobility, pwedeng equipment, or financial. Okay? So, isa ding dinidetermine pagdating sa planning ay ang priority intelligence requirements. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung tinatawag nating priority intelligence requirements? So, it means ito yung intelligence requirements na more important during the planning. Okay? During the planning and also during decision making. Pag sinabi nating priority intelligence requirements, okay, ito yung binibigyan ng prioridad. Okay? Yan ay ina-accomplish or pinoprovide kaagad during the planning. Okay? So, Example, pagka ang mission ninyo is to combat illegal drugs, okay, priority natin or yung requirements, okay, kagaya dito is that we need to determine the enemy's activities, okay, at saka yung mga iba't ibang info about them. Okay? So, during planning, nag-i-issue ng order. Okay, nag-i-issue ng order or requests. So, para saan ba yung order or request? Okay? Kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-proteksyon ng mga intelligence officers natin. Okay? Kung sakaling nagkaroon sila ng mga legal problems in the performance of their intelligence operation. Okay? So, bakit nga ba importante ang planning? Okay? So, to make it short, importante ang planning, syempre, para magkaroon ng sound or tamang decision making ang ating mga police officer. Okay? So, let's move on to the second cycle in the intelligence. So, we have collection of information. Okay? Collection. So, in this phase, the collecting agency determines what specific information is to be collected, by whom and from whom. It is reacquiring information and providing this information to the processing and production elements. So it includes the maneuver and positioning of intelligence assets to locations favorable to satisfying collection objectives. So after the collecting activity is carried out, the collected information is then submitted for processing. Okay? Kung kanina, ang planning ang pinaka-crucial among the four intelligence cycle. So, collection is the most dangerous out of all intelligence cycle. So, ibig sabihin, pinaka-delikado. Okay? So, bakit nga ba pinaka-dangerous or pinaka-delikado ang pagkukolekt ng information? Siyempre, you will undergo undercover, you will undergo surveillance, casing, okay? So, pagka nag-undergo ka ng mga surveillance or casing, pagka na-burn out ka, okay, siyempre, patay. Okay? Ikaw ay penetrating agent, for example. Okay? Papasukin mo yung hindi mo dapat pasukan. Okay? Yakuza, for example. And then, na-burn out ka. Okay? Execution, papatayin ka. Okay? That's why it is the most dangerous. Okay? Phase of intelligence cycle. So, when we say collection, okay, it is the exploitation of sources of information by the intelligence agency or by the collecting agency. So, when we say exploitation, it means pagkuha ng information doon sa sources. Okay? So, ano-ano ba yung mga tinatawag nating sources? Okay? So, it can be person, it can be a thing, it can be an action. Okay? From which the enemy, okay, whether terrain, okay, whether the geographical location, bulubundukin ba ito, okay, papaano ba yung pag-approach or pagpasok sa kanilang location, okay, or kung po pwede din weather, okay, bumabagyo, lulusubin ba natin ito, okay, so dapat alam niyo yung mga information na importante bago kayo mag-conduct ng intelligence operation. Okay, so that is collection, the most dangerous among the four cycle of intelligence. Okay. Next, let's move on to processing the collected information. Okay, so processing the collected information, it has 3 steps. Okay, and take note, processing the collected information, it is also considered as the most tedious. Okay, the most tedious among the four intelligence operation or intelligence cycle. Pinaka nakakapagod. Okay? Ang dami mo kasing gagawin. Okay? Maraming stages. And I want you to remember that in this stage, the raw information will become an intelligence. Okay? So, there are 3 stages. The first one is recording. Okay? Number 2 is evaluation. Number 3 is interpretation. Under interpretation, we have analysis and integration. And number 4 is deduction. Okay? So, in recording, it is the reduction of information into writing or some other form of geographical representation and arrangement of this information into groups of related items. Okay? So, pag sinabi kasi nating recording, it will turn the collected information into writing. Okay, it will turn the collected information into writing or some geographical representation or presentation. Okay. Next, we have also evaluation. So in evaluation, the determination of the pertinence of the information to the operation reliability of the source of an agency and the accuracy of the information. Okay? So when we say evaluation, this is the examination of the information to determine its relevance, to determine its reliability of the sources of information and the collection agency and the pertinence or yung tinatawag nating accuracy of the information. Okay? Para ma-evaluate or para ma-determine ang mga information, okay, these are the following. Okay, we have their pertinence, we have also reliability, and we have also credibility. Okay, when we say pertinence, it is usefulness. Okay, so when we say pertinence, the information is relevant to the case. Meron ba siyang connection? Okay, related ba siya, okay, sa mission? Okay? Ibig sabihin, useful ba yung mga nakalap mong information doon sa mismong mission ninyo? Okay? And when we say reliability is dependability. Okay? The basis of reliability is the intelligence officer's experience. Okay? And when we say credibility, okay, probable truth, okay, totoo ba yan? Truth or information, okay? Truthful ba? Makatotohanan ba? Okay, so when we say credibility, okay? And number 3, we have the interpretation. So under interpretation, we have their analysis. Analysis is the determination of significance of information relative to the information and intelligence already known, and drawing deductions about probable measuring of the evaluated information. So, pag sinabing analysis, specifically, it is the sifting and sorting of evaluated information or data. So, ito yung pagkuha sa data, ito yung kailangan namin, ito yung hindi namin kailangan. So, sinusort mo kung ano ba yung useful, ano ba yung mga hindi useful. Okay? Lahat ng evaluated information or data sa analysis will be determined. Okay? Or will be analyzed. And dapat yung nag-a-analyze in the stage or in this stage ay may malawak na karanasan. Okay? Yung mag-a-analyze ng mga data or mga information ay dapat may malawak na karanasan. He has broad knowledge. Okay? About doon sa mission and doon sa intel units. Okay? About the enemy's capability, about the enemy's doctrine, okay? About the enemy's courses of action, or the enemy's operation. So, bilang taga-analyze ng mga information, dapat alam mo din yung operation ng kalaban. Hindi lang yung mismong operation ninyo, but rather, you should also know the operation of your enemy. Okay? Para makapag-properly analyze siya at para hindi masayang yung mga information na kinalap mo, para hindi masayang yung mga effort mo. Okay? So, that is analysis. And another, we have integration. Okay? Integration is the combination of the elements stated in assessment which other known information or intelligence to form a logical feature of the operational area and characteristics of mission of the command. Okay, so when we say integration, i-combine or pagsasama-samahin. Okay, to get the whole picture of the enemy or what you are trying to accomplish. Okay, so that is integration. Okay? Next, let's move on to the fourth cycle of the intelligence. We have the dissemination and use. Okay, so recap tayo. Number one cycle, we have planning, the most crucial. Number two is collection, which is the most dangerous. Number three, processing, which is the most tedious, pinaka nakakapagod. And number four is dissemination. Okay? So, sa part naman ng dissemination and use, which is considered as the final phase of the cycle, process information is disseminated to the agency, unit, or command to effect or implement the mission. It is timely conveyance of intelligence to users in a usable form. So, diversity of the forms and means requires interoperability among common control, communications, and intelligence system. Okay? So, take note, dissemination and use is the most critical. Okay? Most critical among the four intelligence cycle. Okay? So, it includes timely distribution of the intelligence information to those who needed it. So, pag sinabing dissemination and use, ito yung pagdi-deliver ng intelligence information timely. So, hindi dapat late. Kasi, one of the characteristics of intelligence is that it should be timely. Kasi pag hindi na ito na-distribute on time, it will be useless. Kasi gagamitin ito for decision making. Okay? So, papaano nga ba i-disseminate ang intelligence information? Okay? So, we have there different reports, kagaya na lang po ng spot report. Spot reports, this is the one-time reports used by the echelon to transmit intelligence or information of immediate value. It is the most expeditious means of transmission consistent with requisite security. So it should answer the question who, what, where, when, and how. Okay, or the 5 W's and 1 H. Okay, we have also intelligence summary. It contains brief summary of the information of intelligence interest covering a period of time designated by the COP or Chief of Police, and it is the aid in assessing the current situation and updates and other intelligence reports. Okay? Another way to disseminate information or intelligence is analysis of the area of operation. This is a detailed, comprehensive study with emphasis on weather and terrain data designed to enable the COP to determine the effects of the area of operation on the opposing forces doon sa kalaban. So, it may include information about the people in the area, their economy, sociology, religion, and also the psychology. And another is intelligence estimate. Okay? It is a logical and orderly examination of the intelligence factors affecting the accomplishment of the mission. Okay? Tama ba yung ginawa mo? Meron bang nangyaring progress? Okay? So, it provides the commander with an analysis of the area of operation, enemy capacities that can influence his mission, and it provides the commander with a basis for planning operation and for disseminating intelligence to his staff. Okay? Ang isa pang way para mag-disseminate ng intelligence information ay maaari pong gumamit ng through email. Okay? Through email, text messages, SMS, okay, and other form of or other way to transfer or to distribute information. Okay? So, let's move on to our next topic. We have their reporting. So, reporting, it is an activity of passing information to another. Okay? Information passed consists of significant facts from which reliable conclusions may be drawn, decisions made, and when advisable, action taken. A fact is anything which has been proven to exist or to have happened after careful observation or investigation. Okay? And also, recording, it is the, like what I have said a while ago, it is the reduction of information to writing or some other form of geographical representation in the arrangement of information into group-related items. So, pag sinabi nating recording, it will turn the collected information into writing. Okay? So, sa recording, meron tayong intelligence documents. Okay? Na I want you to remember. Okay? Una dyan, we have the journal. Okay? Journal or intelligence journal. Okay? So, when we say journal, it is the permanent chronological record of reports and messages that have been received and transmitted of important events that have occurred and of actions taken in response, covering a stated period, usually within 24 hours. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating journal, it is the official records of unit's activity for the whole day. Okay? Every unit may journal. Okay? Ganon din sa intelligence. So, it is chronological. So, for example, when we say chronological, okay? Example, 8 a.m. Patrolman Santos conducted surveillance. Okay? 9 a.m. Patrolman Santos proceeded to Barangay Linmansangan to conduct casing operation. Okay, so chronological siya. 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and so on. Okay? That is journal within 24 hours. Next, we have also situation map or yung tinatawag nating enemy situation map. Okay? It is a temporary graphic display of the current disposition and major activities of the enemy. Information of friendly forces on this map is usually limited to boundaries, locations of command posts of higher, lower, adjacent units, reconnaissance units, and the purpose of intelligence situation map is to contribute to sound tactical decisions. Okay? So, when we say enemy situation map, okay, mapa talaga siya. It is the actual graphical presentation of the enemy's disposition. Okay, mapa talaga siya, then nakalagay, may mga markings doon. Okay? Then, may mga information dyan, then number of enemies, about their capability, okay, about their mobility, okay, or sasakyan, meron yung kanilang mga weapons, and other information na makakatulong sa intelligence unit. So, that is situation map, graphical presentation or representation. We have also intelligence workbook. It is the systematic arrangement by subject heading which aids in the sorting, evaluation, and interpretation of information, and in the preparation of intelligence reports. It is not a permanent record, and it is not distributed to an outside agency. The workbook is kept current, and obsolete entries are deleted. Okay? So, when we say intelligence workbook kasi, it is a device used, okay, to provide the systematic arrangement of the topics or documents when it comes to intelligence. So, ito yung tinatawag nating filing arrangement. Okay, when we say intelligence workbook. Okay? So, yan nga, we have the intelligence files. The most commonly maintained are the journal file. Okay, journal file, this is file contains copy of each message or document noted in the journal. It supports the journal and is also a permanent and official record. Okay? And also, we have information or reference file. All information of possible future value is cross-indexed in this file. Much information is collected which has no immediate interest but which may be of future value. So, pwede po itong gamitin in the future. And also, order of battle file. Order of battle file is the identification, strength, command structure, and disposition of personnel and equipment of any military forces. Okay? So, let's move on now to the reliability and accuracy of information. So, in this first column, okay, reliability of information, letter A, completely reliable. Letter B, usually reliable. Letter C, fairly reliable. Letter D, not usually reliable. Letter E, unreliable. Letter F, reliability cannot be judged. So that is the first column. The second column is accuracy of information. Number 1, confirmed by other sources. Number 2, probably true. Number 3, possibly true. Number 4, doubtfully true. Number 5, improbable. And number 6, truth cannot be judged. So, sa first column, okay, para po mabilis siyang i-memorize, you can use the abbreviation of COFNOR. Okay, COFNOR. Okay, CUFNUR stands for complete reliable, usually reliable, and so on. COFNOR, and then sa second naman na column, CPPDIT. Okay, COFNOR, CPPDIT. CPPDIT yan nga, number 1, confirmed by other sources, C. P, probably true. P, possibly true. So, CPPDIT. CPPDIT. COFNOR, CPPDIT. Okay? So, an evaluation such as A1 would indicate completely reliable, okay, sound information that was confirmed by other sources. Meron naman tayong pangatlong column. Ito po yung tinatawag nating sources of information. Mag-start po tayo sa letter S. Okay? So, when we say S, stands for signal intelligence. When we say T, okay, or letter T, direct observation by the commander and chief of unit. So, ibig sabihin, commander or chief of unit. When we say U, report by penetrating agent or resident agent or yung tinatawag nating intelligence operatives. Okay? Letter V, report by PNP or AFP or yung troops engaged in the encounter. Letter W, interrogation or of captured enemy agent or foreigner or yung mga tinatawating mga prisoners of war. Letter X, observation of government and civilian employees. Letter Y, observation by a member of populace or yung populace. Okay? Letter Z or Z, we have documentary or document. Okay? So, sa unang column, we have the reliability. Pangalawang column, we have the accuracy. Pangatlong column, we have the sources of information. Okay? So, ngayon, sa chapter 6 natin or our module 6, magkakaroon po kayo ng activity number 6 also doon sa end ng module. Okay? So, paano nga ba mag-interpret or how are you going to interpret this kind of code? So, meron tayo ditong example. Okay? Example, A1-Y. Okay? A1-Y, ibig sabihin, how are you going to interpret dyan? Okay? Ang uunahin nyo ay yung letter sa dulo. Yung letter Y. Okay? Which is the sources of information. Ano na yung letter Y kanina? So, when we say Y, we are talking about populace. So, the information, ang sagot dyan, the information derived or came from the populace. Okay? And then, pagkatapos mong basahin yung dulong letter, punta ka sa unang letter, yung letter A. Okay? Letter A, di ba? Kufnor, si Pipidit. A is C. Completely reliable. Okay? A, completely reliable. And then letter number 1 is confirmed by other sources. So, pagbabasahin natin ang A1-Y, ibig sabihin niyan, the information derived or came from the populace, which is completely reliable and confirmed by other sources. Okay, I repeat, A1-Y, uunahin yung pinakadulong letter Y. Ibig sabihin ng Y, balik tayo sa third column kanina, ibig sabihin populace. Letter A, completely reliable. Number 1 is confirmed by other sources. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot dyan, A1-Y, ibig sabihin, the information derived from the populace, which is completely reliable and confirmed by other sources. Okay? So, another example, okay, as our last topic, and bilang example na din doon sa gagawin yung activity sa module 6, okay? B2-T. Okay? Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, unahin yung dulong letra. So, T, okay, ibig sabihin dyan, commander, di ba? Okay? So, the information came from the commander. Okay, yun yung T. Then, letter B, Kufnor, si Pipidit, letter U. So, usually, reliable. And number 2, probably true. So, pag binasa natin ng buo ang B2-T, okay, the information came from the commander, which is usually reliable and probably true. So, ganun lang kasimple magbasa ng code in terms of intelligence information. Okay? So, that is the end of our discussion for Module 6. So, as a little recap, the 4 cycles of intelligence, we have planning, which is the most crucial. We have also collection, okay, the most dangerous, pinaka-delikado, nakakatakot, okay? Processing of information, the most tedious or pinaka-nakakapagod. And letter D, dissemination and news, which is, ibig sabihin, for dissemination and news, it is the okay, the most critical. Okay, ulitin ko, planning, the most crucial, collection, the most dangerous, okay, collection, the most tedious, and dissemination and news is the most critical. So, okay, medyo nakalimutan ko lang ng konti yung dulo kasi masyado nang marami yung mga nadagdag na mga topics natin doon sa last part. So, that's all for today, and to be updated for more video, please click the notification bell. So, have a good day, and Thank you.